Alright, here are two common blues turnaround licks. Alright, so the first one, I'm going to do every one of them in two keys, first in E and then in A. And here's the first one. Alright, so this one is taking place over my E, kind of minor pentatonic scale. So instead of the first fingers, we're just going to open strings right there. But we're also going to start out on this note right here, which you can almost think about as like our major pentatonic. Alright, so I'm going to start out with a pull off on my first string, second fret to open. And now I'm going to be using my third finger to pull off on this third fret, second string to open. And then here, you can use, I'm using my second finger, alright, to slide, quickly slide between the third fret to the second fret on the third string. We want to pull it off to my, then go put my second finger on the fourth string, second fret. Now here, we're going to be using our second finger to bar on the second and third string. And then here you can either pick it, or you can also kind of use, I'm using my second and third finger to pluck both of those. Now what we want to do is we want to take our fingers off and have the second and third string open, and then hammer on my first finger right there. And then we want to kind of walk down like an E chord. And we can do that with a multitude of different fingers. Basically, we're looking for the second fret on the fourth string and on the fifth string. And we hit a B7 chord. Alright, so I used some different fingers there for those last two notes. But there's kind of the gist of it. So when we move it to A, we basically want the same thing, but now we're just going to be thinking of, instead of an open E chord, we'll be thinking of our bar chord right here. Alright? So this one's going to start out with my third finger on the 7th fret, first string, then pulling off to my 5th fret on the first string. Now here, we want to do something very similar on the second string. This time it's going to be from the 8th fret to the 5th fret on the second string. Now here I'm using my third finger. Start out on the 8th fret and then slide down to the 7th fret, then pull off to the 5th fret. Then hit the 7th fret on the 4th string. Again, we can use our pick there, or we can also go and pluck them. But my third finger is going to be on the 7th fret, 2nd and 3rd string. And now I'm going to be hammering on my first finger on the 5th fret from the 2nd and 3rd string, to my second finger on the 6th fret, 3rd string. Here, I'm going to go ahead and use my third and second finger on the 7th fret. I'm thinking that chord right there, 4th and 5th string, and then we can actually play the same shape as our B7, but up here at E, that's my second fingers on the 7th fret, kind of playing that B7 shape. I'm not muting that second string though. Alright, now the second lick I'm going to be doing in E first. Alright, now this one I'm kind of thinking of putting my pinky on the root note. So since I'm in E, I'm going to put my pinky on the root note on the 12th fret, first string, and then I'm going to be putting my third finger on the 4th string, same fret as that. Then I'm going to be going 4th string, 1st string. Now I'm going to put my second finger on the 11th fret and do the same sort of picking pattern. So 4th, 1st, 4th, 10th fret, same picking pattern, 4th, 1st, 4th. Now here I'm thinking of my B7 bar chord right there, but I'm walking up to it. 5th, 6th bar chord. And we can also hit that 9th fret right there on the 4th string. So you can kind of walk our way down. There we go. Now, so to do that in the key of A, alright, it's going to be the same sort of thing. I'm putting my pinky on the root note, putting my third finger on the 4th string, same fret as my root note, going 4th, 1st, 4th, going 1 fret below that, so this is now on the 4th fret, using my 2nd finger, 4th, 1st, 4th, 3rd fret, 4th, 1st, 4th, down 1 more fret to the 2nd string, and we'll kind of walk up to an open E7 chord. Now I can't really go below open, so that's why I can't do the 6th string walk up, but we can play the same thing on the 4th string, open, 1st, 2nd. So, there we go.